That's what you have. Time. When you get over 35, if you're anything like me, you haven't achieved what you want out of life fully, you know, you're going to become very aware of time. The time that you have left, and really the time that you fucking wasted. So much time wasted. And again, if you're anything like me, things can really hit home all at once. You know, we all have these individual paths and journeys that take us all on these separate twists and turns. Some people never make it out of those twists and turns. You know, some people I've seen many times, they go onto a negative path, and rather than auto correcting, they just continue on that path, and that is them until the bitter end. You know, it's like a fucking kamikaze mission. Other people I've seen veer slightly off path and come straight back on, and been able to maintain like a good healthy trajectory. People like me constantly being going backwards and forwards, zigzagging left to right, and you know, completely fucking things up, completely fucking everything up, one thing after another, bad mistake after bad mistake, ruined opportunity after ruined opportunity, ruined relationship after every single relationship, you know, just torching every single fucking thing to the ground. And fortunately for me, I got sober, and since then things have been very, very different. But you know, life goes on, right? And this is for anyone who might be where I was 5 or 6 years ago, who's completely fucking struggling. Maybe you just come out of the woods, okay, and like everything just fucking hits home all at once. Because before you're like, I mean, even 30, like, is not a big deal. And age is just really, it's not even what it used to be. Like, when I was growing up, when I was a young teenager, when I saw someone who was like 35, like, I don't know what kids are like now, do you know what I mean? But 35 was like old, do you know what I mean? I know people now that are like in their 50s and 60s, and still I look at them as very much young. You know, I think age is a state of mind. And if you subscribe to the fact that when you hit a certain age, things are like set and it's over, then you're making a fucking big mistake, okay? I don't know about you, but like I've seen people like when they get past retirement age even, and they stop working, they stop chasing things, or you know, they just go into, I don't know what it is, but why life, you know, we set things up, we have like a story in our heads that we tell ourselves, like when you get to 65, that's when you retire, that's when you stop doing stuff. And I've seen again and again and again, when people hit a certain age, they take their foot off the gas, and it's the biggest fucking thing, the biggest mistake you can make. I've seen people in their 70s, okay, that make art every day, like they paint every day, they go for bike rides, they go for, you know, swimming in the fucking sea. They're just squeezing every little bit of fucking juice out of life that they can, and it's really beautiful to see. And I think that disease of you know, psychologically accepting things to be a certain way by the time you reach a certain age is being passed down to like younger age groups. And we put these expectations on ourselves. So let's say by the time when you're a teenager, you think by the time you get to 30, that your whole fucking life is going to be in order. You're going to have the house of your dreams. You're going to be married. You might have a kid on the way. You might have kids already. But it never really works out that way. Okay, I know very few people who have that fucking straight path to that cookie cutter life in a sense. Again, I'm not knocking that. Like, there's nothing wrong with that way of life. But you see the mental aspects of age start to kick in for people when they get over 30. And you see this in things like in men, the dad bod. Having a dad bod and being like fucking podgy and out of shape is considered to be acceptable, because when you reach that age, you know, people take their foot off the gas and they're like, okay, it's normal for me to get fat. It's normal for me to drink beer every day. It's normal for me to not give a shit about my health. I've got other responsibilities, which is fucking dumb. Don't you think? Like, your health, okay? Even if you have kids and you have those other responsibilities, when you're in your 30s, you listen, without being selfish, I mean, in terms of what your needs are, you are the most important person in your life up to a certain point. For you to be healthy and in the best shape that you can be in is the most important thing that you can do for somebody else, especially your kids. Because if you really love them, okay, you need to set the best example for them. You need to be around on this planet longer for them, okay? Because so you can be a father for a longer period of time, and so you can provide for them for a longer period of time. So these are some of the things like you see in terms of, you know, your age and these mental pictures that we build up for ourselves, right? You have these expectations we put on ourselves, what society, you know, what society has planned for us, when really there are no real rules. Okay, there are no real rules. These are just expectations. Okay, they're completely made up. They're completely made up, and we all fall into these kind of boxes and categories where when you hit like 35 and you haven't achieved what you want, it's like this is when, like, I honestly believe like people have a midlife crisis. Again, for you to have a midlife crisis at 35 is for you to assume that you're going to be dead at 70 and you've now reached the halfway point. It's fucking over. Do you know what I mean? There's nothing else you can do. You're not in the career that you want. You're not in the house that you want. You're not in the fucking marriage that you want. You picked the wrong partner and shit can just go fucking haywire. Do you know what I mean? You start like drinking every day and it's just a spiral of fucking depression. So, what to do if you are 35 and like you come out of the woods and you see everything fucking burning behind you and you're like, what the fuck have I done with my life? What have I done with all this time? Is there a way for you to turn shit around? Of course there is. Of course there is, like 100%. And I'm not the fucking exception. Like, I know a lot of people, because I've got sober and I hang around with sober people. I've seen countless people, like hundreds, that have saved themselves from a burning building, turned their whole fucking life around. Like, I see all the time that it's possible. Like, people that were homeless go on to make, you know, massive businesses, like become millionaires, like have the house that they want, the car that they want, the relationships that they want, the friendships that they want. So like, it is very, very possible, but I also know that it can be very difficult when you're going through something like this, because we get stuck in our own heads so much. We are convinced that we're the only ones that are having these problems, and we feel fucking alone, like, and desperate, which is insane because everybody goes through this stuff at some point or another. So what do? You know, you're trying to save yourself from this burning building if you're anything like me, and you've made mistake after mistake after mistake after mistake. The first thing, or the only thing really that you can do, is go back to basics. And what I mean by that is take care of the fucking basics. My dad, do you know what? I don't even remember if it was my dad, but somebody told me when I was growing up, you take care of the basic things first, okay? And for you as an adult, the basic things are to take complete control of yourself. Now, you don't have control of anything that happens on the outside of you, okay? You cannot control, you know, you can't, this shit you just can't control, right? This shit you have no control over. You can't control the color of your skin. You cannot control shit like your height. You can't control where you were born in this world, okay? But I think pretty much everything else is completely on you. It's in your hands. So when I say go back to basics, okay, go back to the fucking drawing board. You need to look at the simplest things is your fucking diet, okay? I see a lot of people are probably gonna click off this right now. What's going on, people? But your diet, the most fundamental, basic things that you really have control over, and people are not, they're just bypassing it, just eating whatever. It is not like, you shouldn't see your diet and your health as like a faddy thing, like, oh, it's January, I'm going to join a gym and try and get rid of this fucking belly. When I fucking came to the gym in January, I was in shape, okay? I didn't fucking drink a single drop, and I haven't for years. Having that feeling of going to the gym on January 1st and just having that clarity is like, I'm just continuing what I was doing last year. It's fucking powerful. Being able to take care of your basic requirements for a good life, like diet, not putting a drink or drug into your system, having a good night's sleep. These are the fucking core fundamentals. Once you put shit like meditation on top of that, like daily practices like reading instead of doom scrolling, you really start to feel the benefits. But for some reason, people fall into these habits and then back out of them because listen, we've been fucking tricked. Like, we have all been tricked. Fundamentally, we've got it wrong. We've got it wrong. Like, for you, where is this going? The things we've been taught are wrong, okay? When I started, like, before I found, like, spirituality, now I don't want to fucking scare anyone off, okay? I'm not like a Jesus freak or anything like that. But I meditate every single day, and I pray to I don't know what every single day. But before I sort of found out about meditation, my preconceptions of it were, if you were into meditation, you had a fucking top knot. You wore like sandals and socks. You probably rubbed fucking sea moss and shea butter on yourself every day, like, and you wore crystals around your neck, shit like that. We have these like preconceptions of what something is supposed to look like, and because of that we sort of disregard any of the benefits because it's just a joke. Like, it's an absolute joke to me. We're saying Hamza vids, wow, As I got older, I lost a strong sense of motivation I had in my 20s. Not sure how to get that fire back. That's what we're talking about, okay? I appreciate you, Hamza Vids. I would like to, my brain would like to think that's actually Hamza. But, you know, as I was saying, it's not, nothing is set, okay? That inspiration and fire that you had in your 20s is still there. It's just evolved, okay? And you're, you know, we let these past experiences shape what the future could be, okay? Because we have all of these disappointments, things that have not gone our way, and we assume that that's what the future is going to be, okay? Which is a fucking complete mistake. And that's, thanks for commenting. That's really useful. You know, that's what I'm saying. Take care of the basics first, okay? Control your diet. Don't put a drink or drug into your system. Get good night's sleep. Put some healthy habits in, okay? Let's say now you're doing all of those things. You're getting daily exercise and, you know, you're aware that there is a problem that needs to be changed, okay? And you might have that goal that you were never able to quite grasp. You might have got close. You might have failed at it. Let's say you want another stab at that, okay? And if not that, then something else. Like, have something to fucking go for, because if you don't have something to go for, you're just asking for trouble. I mean, especially if you don't have things like meditation in your daily practice, you're not taking good care of your health. You're eating shit food, and if you don't have a goal, I don't want to say this, but are you fucking alive? Like, you might as well kill yourself. I mean, don't do that. Please don't do that. But you are asking for fucking trouble. Like, for you to know, to be aware of the fact that meditation can help you relax, can help you stay calm throughout the day, can help you make better decisions, okay? For you to know that that exists and ignore it or not use it is fucking retarded, okay? You need things like this. Not having a goal alone, without the prayer and meditation, without having good diet and exercise, and just not having a goal, because let's face it, it's unfulfilling for you to be where you're at currently, for you to not have a purpose in your life and feel more fulfilled is fucking killing you. I know that fucking feeling. And this is the problem for many, many people, is because they have this unearthing feeling that something's not right and they don't know what it is. They don't know what it is because they're not aware. They're just not aware. And it's fucking sad, especially for people over 35. I had this talk with my fiance because she's quite a lot younger than me. But we both work with drug addicts in our spare time. And we said, you know, I asked her the question, I was like, who needs the help more? Do you think young people need it more? Or, you know, older people? And she said at the time, and I sort of agreed at the time, like younger people, because they have their whole life ahead of them, right? You have all this untapped potential. Like if you fall into a bad path and you're 20, you're a fucking homeless drug addict, you're fucking living in a meth house or whatever. You know, there's power in being able to sort your shit out and help many other young people. But if you're older, I feel like it's kind of more fucking desperate for you to have that potential to do something with your life and find your purpose and do something more fulfilling and never be able to get that. It's fucking sad. Like, that's sad, you know? Wow, I got fucking chills like talking about this. Like, it's just lighting me up. So like, if you're at this crossroads, right, you're aware that something's not right. You're starting to take care of yourself again. You've incorporated some good habits. You have that one thing that you want to try again, or something new that you want to try. I just made another live about this, but you need to look at your productivity. Now, this is the, I guarantee you, this is the reason right now why you are not achieving where you are not achieving what you want. Okay, and not you are not where you're at, is because the time that you do have is being completely wasted. So how do you pull back some of your time? Okay, the first way is to simply wake up an hour earlier every day. Some of you will be like, well, how the fuck is that going to help me? I'm just going to be more tired. You can still go to sleep an hour earlier too, but wake up an hour earlier than you normally do, okay? And work on your goal. Whatever your side hustle, that vision that you have, if you're a fucking athlete, wake up an hour earlier and go and play your sport. If you're a musician, wake up and write music, pick up your instrument and play for an extra hour. Work to get, if you play guitar or whatever, there's some fucking chord you haven't been able to reach. I don't know. I'm just fucking clutching at straws here. But do your fucking thing, okay? If you want to start a side business or a side hustle, wake up early, get fucking organized and be like, what do I need to do to really make this happen? What sort of things do I need to put in place? Um, that is going to give you 7 hours a week, okay? 28 extra hours a month on average. That's massive. Like, that is fucking huge. If anything that you're trying to achieve, imagine, let's just say you're I don't know, passing your drive, you're trying to pass your driving test. An extra 28 hours a month of driving, you could probably pass it in fucking less than 2 months, right? Think about that. 28 hours of extra time a month. We all have the same 24 hours in a day, right? That's what people say, except you don't. Because half of your fucking life you're spent asleep. You haven't even got 24 hours. And then when you're awake, you've got your 9 to 5. Another period of time where you can't be productive on what it is that you really want. So you don't even have that 8 hours. Okay, what you have is that fucking little slither of time when you finish your 9 to 5 and when you go home. That's all you have. That is a minute little piece of time for you to fucking grab hold of and do something with. Okay, even when, right, you're taking good care of your health and your diet, you're doing shit like meditation, you're not doom scrolling on your phone and you're just reading, and you finish work and come home, you will be like, oh, I've been a good boy, like, I deserve some downtime. I can watch Netflix for 4 hours. You fucking really can't. You haven't even been productive in that period of time. You've done the bare minimum that you should be doing for yourself, the fucking bare minimum. All you've done is you've put good food into your body, you've had a good night's sleep, you've stimulated your brain in a healthy way by doing some reading. You haven't really done fuck all for yourself. You've been to work and you've made your boss you've made yourself an extra few shillings and you've made your boss a little bit richer. So that little segment of time when you come home from work, I swear to God, never fucking go to the pub, okay? Never go to the fucking pub. Never go and drink. Never watch fucking Netflix, okay? You can, by all means, but you don't then have the right to fucking complain about a single fucking thing, because you have this piece of time. Many people have this piece of time, and those same people that will waste it again and again and again. Don't be the fucking person, okay, that makes that understanding that you have this little piece of time and then continue to fucking waste it. That is serious. That is beyond muggish. That is way down in the fucking realms of the basic amoeba, and that's where you don't want to be. So you have to control your productivity. The second way, which is for the absolute autist, okay? The absolute, if you want to fucking take the shit to the next level and you really want to fucking hone in, take a piece of paper and write down half an hour time slots for every single half an hour of the day, and do this for 3 days and write down exactly what you're doing in every single half an hour of every single day. Okay, after a few days, you're going to have this clump of fucking data. Okay, you're going to be able to look at your day from beginning to end and see exactly where your time is wasted. Now, once you've done that, you will know where to take shit out. You'll be like, oh look, I woke up and I had a cup of coffee and I fucking looked at social media for 45 minutes every single day. So, to take that away, you'll be like, oh, I finished work. I went to the bar for 2 hours. Okay, that's 2 hours fucking wasted. You're not getting back. Then you came home tipsy. You put a fucking microwave meal into the microwave, and then you watched Netflix for 4 hours. Then you fell asleep on the fucking sofa. This is all time wasted. Okay, all you have is that little piece of time. Now you know this. Anyone who's watching knows this. Are you going to fucking waste that time? Or are you going to use it? I don't know where everyone is in the world, but I hope you're watching this and you're getting fucking fired up, because nothing is set. Okay? Age is just a number. It does not matter how old you are. The perceptions that you have of how your life is supposed to have worked up until this point are wrong. Everything that we've been taught pretty much is wrong. Okay? There is no rule book. There is nothing that says you have to attain anything by fucking 30, 35, 40 years old. Okay, it's all bullshit. If you want your journey to start it again right now. Start today. Do you know what? Say the fucking buck ends with me. No more am I going to fucking do this. No more am I going to waste my time. No more am I going to feel depressed. No more am I going to put shit food into my body. No more am I going to fucking allow myself to get overweight. I'm going to fucking raise my testosterone. I'm going to be in the gym 5 days a week. I'm going to eat only good food. I'm only going to do healthy shit that benefits me. And I'm going to cut all of the fucking shit out that doesn't serve me. For the sake of me and for the sake of my children, for the sake of my partner. You owe it. You have a responsibility to yourself, okay? But also the other people around you. I don't know what else to say. Nothing is set, okay? Don't fall into that trap. It doesn't matter how old you are. Don't give up. You cannot give up. It's that simple. You have to be persistent. I'm going to leave it there.